Hey there, hi there, ho there, my name's Vale, and we're playing Subnautica. I normally would have waited for Steve to, wrap up his live stream, but I really want to get to sleep at some point tonight, because I'm fairly exhausted. Okay, so, let's get right into it. Today we're going to be going to the Aurora. Got myself a nice haircut. Today's been a good day. I weighed in at 178. Hey, Mr. Lion, DTC. Hey, Hunt Daniel Ward. Hey, Hunter Gill. I love you all. I got myself a haircut. I feel great. I feel great. Okay, so one of the things we need to do is we need to make a propulsion gun so that we can get into the Aurora. Hey, Owen, how you doing, bud? I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. We're gonna be making some progress today. That's what we're gonna do. We got ourselves a big old ray gun. I don't have the cutter, but I'm fairly certain that I can find the cutter in the Aurora. Like, otherwise, Emmanuel, tell me where the cutter would be. Do that. Do that. Tell me where the cutter would be. Because I will go find it. Okay. Okay, so we've got all that. Get this coral tube sample so I can make some water so I don't, like, starve. I need to make bleach. Oh, of course I can make you happy, Owen. Hey, Candace, how you doing? Okay, guys. So we're gonna drink that water real quick. Seaweed forest and other small parts of the Aurora. Okay, so... Okay, there's one thing I forgot to pick up. We don't want to leave the base without this backup power cell I created. So we have the propulsion gun. Now we just need to find the laser cutter, so we're going to get on our Seamoth. And we're going to try and find a laser cutter.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, so we're gonna go through the seaweed forest, try and find some wreckage, find some things to scan. Okay, so here's what we do. Come along with me through the seaweed forest deep. We can run through the forest. What is that in there, dude? I don't think that's the cutter. Let's see what it is. That's a mobile vehicle bay fragment. Don't need that. Nope, nope, please don't attack! Please don't attack! That is my least favorite thing for you to do. Please, no. Okay. We're in the seaweed forest. Hey, Lance from LIL. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. It means a lot to me. Oh! That fish is dead! That fish is dead! And I saw Dr. Death in there, so love you too, bud. Okay. Let's see what we got going on over here. What is that? A laser cutter fragment. Nice. Okay, so it looks like we're in the right area. Okay, it looks like we're in the right area, so we're just gonna keep looking around here for a laser cutter. Yes, the laser! Ah! Hey, JP. Oh, I love you, bud. Oh, there's one of my favorite guys. I love JP. He's the best. He's been a real good friend to me. And I try and be a real good friend to him. I really want to figure out the Subnautica update once I get my parts in, bud. Okay, I think this is another laser cutter. Okay, don't. Stop that. No. No. Growtopia. What is Growtopia? Okay, and I bet there's another one. Oh, that's a Seamoth fragment. Don't need that. Ah! 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 No! No! Haha, you can't catch me. I'm too fast. I'm too fast. Oh, no. Oh, this is the worst situation. This is not what I want at all. Okay, so I can't get in there. What we got over here? Nope, that's not open. Can't get in there. Can't get in there. No sirree, Bob. Hi! 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 Chill, dude! Chill! A Reaper Leviathan can spawn in here? What? No! No! I don't want no Reaper Leviathan. That's my least favorite thing. I need another fragment of a laser cutter. Okay, just keep your eyes peeled, buckaroos. Tomorrow I'm actually getting some new parts in. Which will be great because I have been experiencing lag and stuff like that and difficulty streaming. I'm getting a new motherboard. And I'm getting a new motherboard and some more RAM and a better processor. The current video card I have right now is going to be great. Okay, so let's check over here. Laser cutter. Ow. I done booped the floor. Okay, it looks like there's not as many baddies over here. Okay, so what's this? A bioreactor fragment? I'll grab that. Oh, Hunter Gill. I have a self-built computer, so I can't really describe it to you. I have a i7 4000 gigahertz thing with 16 gigs of RAM, a 1070 graphics card. Oh, I'm about to suffocate. That's bad. That is the bad. That is the bad. Truly, he is so wise. He knows what the bad and the good is. Okay, I need one more laser cutter. One more laser cutter fragment. What is that? I think that's that's a Seamoth fragment. I can tell by the thingamabob. No! Don't! No! I just booped a fish. Maybe should have brought my repair gun along with me. Okay, I need a laser cutter. Oh, e-gamer, I do like the shooting game. Okay. This is bad. Hey, Ava Cabana Baca Tacos. How you doing, bud? Okay, I just need one more laser fragment cutter thing. Bob Thornton. That looks bad. Oh! Oh! Yes! Yes! I am man! And man is invincible! Ha! Now we scuttle on back to our little base. Okay, and I built a beacon somewhere. There it is. Yeah. I'm so good at this game. Well, I killed a fish. That's the bad. Eve men feel like the good. Okay, making my way downtown, walking fast. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And you put a heart emoji in chat? Totally, dude. And those sounds don't sound nerve-wracking at all. I'm okay with everything that's happening behind me. Oh god. How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. Okay, we're making our way back to our base. I can't wait till tomorrow whenever I have my new stuff and I can just play this at ultra high graphics flawlessly and not worry about it. It's gonna be epic memes. Okay, so, real quick, put my repair tool on the hotkey. There we go. So we need to make a laser cutter. Personal tools. Laser Couture. Okay, I just need some cave sulfur and 2 diamonds, and I'm pretty sure I have that. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Aw, you guys are sweeties. Okay, so let's go repair my sea moth real quick, because it took a beating, because I drive like an old lady with cataracts. Oh no, I did not mean to enter. I meant to repair. Okay, so I have a laser cutter. Boom, don't need the habitat builder for what we're about to do. We do need the propulsion cannon, though. Okay. Can I modify my inventory while I'm in here? Yes, I can. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, so what do I need? I probably need a repair tool. I probably need a propulsion cannon. I definitely need the survival knife. And don't need the scanner, maybe? Okay, I've got my backup power cell. I know I will definitely need the fire extinguisher. Okay, we're ready to go. Although, maybe I should wait until the morning because it's super dark. It is super dark. Like, this is advanced darkness. It's so dark, it might be a little racist. You're right, I do want the scanner, but I will switch the scanner over. Okay, I can't see where I'm going. Okay, there's the big old wreckage thing. Let's do it to it, butterflies. Do I play Skyrim? Oh, I've played Skyrim before. I modded the fudge out of Skyrim. But it's not exactly... well, it's technically a crafting game. What I'd like to do is wait for the mod that lets you play with your friends to come out. The prawn suit. The shrimp suit. Oh my god, I can't see anything. I had my lights off the entire time. I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. But in regards to Skyrim, I would like to wait until that mod comes out that has multiplayer stuff in it, so that you can play with your friends, because I think that'd be really cool and really fun. Maybe play it with Steve. Okay, we got to make our way around back. We are still wearing our rad suit. I can't see anything. It is so dark. Like, oh my god. This is a new level of creepy. The game might even load better in the dark because I can't see anything. Oh yeah, definitely. I'd play Skyrim with you guys. It really depends on what. There's the ship. It really depends on how many the mod will be able to support whenever it comes out. Bye, Lion DTC Therapy. Okay. I can't see anything. I need a lights mod on this. I need a lights upgrade. Okay. We're gonna swim through here. Got a bunch of crabs in the water. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. We're just gonna... Okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Yeetus! Okay, and now I need the fire extinguisher. It is so dark. There's actually already a mod coming out, Daniel Ward, for, Pew, pew, pew. There's already a mod coming out for... Oh, no, I'm on fire! But there's already a mod coming out for Skyrim co-op. There we go. Maybe I want my flashlight. Now that I'm done with that. Oh, this ain't creepy at all, is it, boyo? Okay, so... Am I diving down or am I parkouring to the door over there? Ooh, that was some intense lag. Bye, Lance. Love you. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I can't cut through this door. Okay, I guess I want my Sea Glide on here now. Okay. This is okay. This is just... wow. Databank entry, does it have a voice log? No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, that is all electricita. Okay. Okay, so... 5. Yeah, laser cutter! I'm doing great today, Hunter. I weighed in at 178, which means I've lost a total of 42 pounds. And I benched over my body weight. I feel great. Okay, that goes deeper down, so I probably need to surface for air! Okay, let's get my scanner out, because I feel like I'm about to start running into stuff I need to scan. Like back here. No? Oh, can I cut this open? No, I can't. Huh. I hope I find the code to that somewhere. Oh, the frames. Oh. Oh! Okay. Here we go. Okay, that's the data terminal. Download data. Aurora black box data. Okay, nice. Initiated slingshot maneuver, yada yada, blah blah. Okay, so, is there anything else down here? No? Can I scan it? Nope, can't scan it. Well, poopy. Okay, so, super dark. Anything else to do up here? Nope, just gotta go through the door. Okay, let's surface and get some air and just... Oh my god, it's a labyrinth! Oh. Oh. Okay, gotta find a way up. I think there's some oxygen over here. Yes, there is. Okay, thank God. Oh, this is playing on all my fears. Oh, what's... anything in there? No? Hello? Prawn suit fragment. Yes, sirree. Okay, so... anything else in here? Nope. Nope! Okay, now I'm standing on my own 2 feet. Oh man, it's so dark in here. 1 second. Options. Graphics. Whoa, let's put that at low. Green space. Yeah, there we go. That should run a bit smoother. Oh, there's another prawn suit. Nice.
Signature originating on the other side of the hull breach in this room.
If I die, I die. And that's it. Okay, I need one more. I need one more prawn suit fragment. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. Oh, do I have to extinguish the fire before I can scan it? No, if I die, I'll probably like. If I die, I'll probably just start playing Subnautica below zero. Okay, I can now make the prawn suit provided I get enough materials. Okay, can I cut? Nope. Okay, let's do the self-scan. Hey, Lance. Welcome back. I am infected. Okay, so we have to get up there somehow. Woo, man, this is rough stuff. Parkour! 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 Hardcore parkour! Okay. Back to the flashlight because I need that. There might be some stuff in there, but... Oh, hello! Yes, first aid kit. Yes! Yes, Queen Slay! Oh no! My parkour skills have failed me. Okay, so it's not looking like we're gonna need the cutter yet. So I'm just gonna extinguish that. Okay, what we got? Today's menu.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, it doesn't say anything about codes. I don't see anything. Ooh, another fire extinguisher. I will take that. I'm probably gonna need it. There we go. Now I don't get so sizzling hot. Oh, filtered water. Nice. I'm gonna drink one of those. Okay, anything else? Ooh, nutrients block. That's my favorite meal to eat. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Okay, ooh, more nutrients blocks. Ooh, more water. Don't mind me, I'm just looting the graves of my fallen comrades. That really does put it into perspective, don't it? I don't need decor collectibles. Okay, can't open that. Can't open that. Okay, what we got in here? What we got? What we got? What we got? Hello, pretty lady. I suppose I could scan this bed. A single bed. Because I'm always gonna be single. Yeah, single bed.
New blueprint.
Ooh,
voice recording.
Listen, I know I don't have the right to make demands of you, but I need you to understand.
Can I
want
dab?
to change our
I mean, what?
I hear what you're saying, and I will try to respect it. How would you like to change it?
I would like to reduce our contact hours
How
Okay,
much
we're gonna
further
get
can we do
rid of
that?
this.
to 0.
You're dumping me.
I'm changing the terms of our relationship.
How is it still a relationship if we don't see each other?
Okay.
It's a relationship of a kind.
It's a relationship of a kind, man. That's stone cold.
I feel you just want to spend more time with that dumb guy in his dumb robot suit.
Ooh, pick up
That's
carry-all.
not
What does that do?
It's a judgment.
Cannot
I
common
feel
bag.
hostility in what you're
So
saying.
can I?
Perhaps your jealousy is a sign that you need to take another look at your business model.
Okay,
Why
so
can't you just be happy for
can
me?
I put stuff?
I am happy
Can I
for
put
you.
stuff in
And
here
I'm
and then
happy
pick
for
up the
all
whole
guys in the
bag?
prawn bay. I'm just not happy for me.
Open storage. So let's see.
This is why I want to change our arrangement.
Bag is not empty. Okay. So I can't do that. That'd be too OP, I guess. Okay, there's my thingamabobber. Open storage. It's empty. I don't really need duffel bags. Altera Arms pamphlet.
New PDA data.
Ooh, another battery. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Okay, so Just making sure I'm not missing nothing. Okay, so we're going over here. We've been in here. Don't see anything that's not stinky. Oh no, I dropped it. Oh no. That would have been bad. That would have been the big bad. I want cabin 5. I wonder if it's possible to get in there. Nah, I doubt I can lift that stuff. Okay, what we got over here? Got a bench. Empty storage. Ooh, another first aid kit. I'll just go ahead and use one of those. Okay, so I'm pretty much maxed out right now. Yeah, disinfected water. That's my favorite type of water. It's so delicious. Okay, so don't need that. Okay, so what's over here? More disinfected water. Nice, nice. That's cabin 1. There's gotta be a code for that somewhere. Ooh, more disinfected water. I'm not gonna starve. What they mean by disinfected water is it's really pee. It's pee. Okay, so databank. There are arms, pamphlet, documents. Nothing about... See, I feel like I'm gonna get shocked if I go in there. Can I repair? Okay, I didn't get shocked, but can I repair this? Nope, totally can't. I have yet to find... This is the captain's quarters. Nope! And... Nope! Okay, so I don't know how to get any farther at this moment. Okay, that's empty. Okay, what we got over here? There's usually clues about the codes, like, in the game. Ow. Oh, wait. Aha! I am so smart. I am so smart. Didn't see that message. Don't spoil it for me, Emmanuel. Unless you can't actually find any of that in the game. Okay, I can't actually access any of those. I suppose I might as well just do it. I'll use Emmanuel's codes. It's for the content. The whole point of this is to survive, not be the best at the game. Okay. Okay, so it's... At 1869, yeah. 8, 9, 8. Infected water. Okay. Ooh, arcade gorge toy. Ooh. A blue cap. Can I wear it? Okay. Responsible, autonomous relations, yada yada. Okay, I guess I'll grab that first aid kit. Okay. And then the captain's code is 2679. 2679. Nah, Manuel, it's fine. I've played through the game before. Captain's log. Tree roaches. Starwall eggs. That's all that matters. Hey, I grabbed the Aurora miniature. Altera HQ. Last recorded transmissions.
ETA data. Average long-range transmission delay.
Ah, yeah.
Opening last recorded transmissions.
This is an emergency distress call. Aurora is on collision course with planet 4.
Okay, let me just dodge these lightning bolts real quick.
Sending all
Okay,
available
and now we go
Please
back.
respond with rescue solution out.
This is Altera HQ. Attached to this message, you should find the blueprint.
Yeah, you're right, Emmanuel Jones. Nobody be mean. Oh wait, is this a battery charger?
Space gate. Now it's designed to use materials you can find in situ, but it's gonna need one hell of a power source. Now we'll be sure to...
Aurora long-range communications
Oh no, they said a bad word. They said a bad word in that transmission. No. Nah, Emmanuel Jones did good. I love Emmanuel Jones. Would marry out of 10. Okay. Okay, so we're underwater. Everything's A-okay. Aha! Okay, so I don't have my laser cutter ready, but I can just surface right here and switch it around. Laser cutter in my hand, doo-dah, doo-dah. Searing everything off doors, oh, the doo-dah day. Cutting with the light, killing people fast. Cauterizing wounds real quick, laser cutter in hand. I mean, what? Hey, I'm not even suffocating, I'm just... Ah, nice. Nice-oo, nice-oo. Run all night, gotta run all day.
known offensive technologies.
Oh, can I get up there? Subnautica is a really good game, dude. Okay, so there's nothing to scan. Oh, now I need my repair tool again. Maybe I just... There we go. There we go. Oh, is that a Seamoth? Because I already have one of those. Ooh, Seamoth depth module. Nice. I definitely want that. Don't need to scan any of that. But, is there anything else I can scan here? Seamoth fragment. No. I was hoping for a Seamoth modular thing. Oh, what's this? VR Suite log.
Integrating new PDA data.
Aw, thank you, Daniel. Okay, so that's the Seamoth Bay. This is the drive room. Yeah, that's where I came from. Okay, we're going to the drive room. Daddy. Daytona 500. Oh, now I...
Drive core shielding. Sustained internal damage.
Now I need this stupid fire extinguisher again.
Repair without appropriate qualifications.
Okay, just go out, fire. For some reason, I can't stand up. There we go. Gucci Vespucci. Nice-oo, nice-oo. Okay. And what's this? Cyclops engine efficiency.
Local radiation at maximum tolerable level.
Okay, so we're gonna have to repair the fudge out of this.
New blueprint acquired.
Be repaired.
Containment breach repaired. Further
Oh, 10 more. Jesus.
Containment breach repaired.
Well, this is my first time playing it as a complete game. The first time I beat it, I just kind of hacked in towards the end of the game because it was in the game, it just wasn't implemented. Okay, cool. There's another fire extinguisher. Cool stuff, cool stuff, cool stuff, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Okay, so over here. Get repaired, dude.
Containment breach repaired.
Yeah, I need to do 8 more.
Containment breach.
Oh, what is that? Ah! Ah! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Rude! No! Oh! Oh! No! Bad touch. Bad touch. That was a bad touch, dude. Okay. Okay, we swim around. We swim around. We repair. Oh, thank you, Mithra Singh.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches
Oh, buddy. Okay, as long as that little leech thing doesn't get me again, I'll be fine.
detected. Containment breach repaired.
Okay, I see 2 more over here.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach repaired.
Okay, surface for air. Okay. Okay, there's one. There's one. A fix. Caveman fix. Caveman fix underwater. Hey, name. How you doing, bud?
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Okay, there's 2 more. Oh, there's one. Hey, Steve. How you doing, bud? I'm sorry that I started in the middle of your live stream, by the way. I want to get to bed at some point. Okay, I have 1 more breach left. Okay, is that it? No. Where is this thing? Aha! Steve is a really great guy. Everybody who's here knows Steve. I literally don't have any viewers that they don't. So, he's in the description below. Check out his streams. He's a pretty cool guy. Okay, so how do I get out? Okay, radiation levels decreasing. Noise, noise. Okay, so now what? Okay. Hey, Owen, how you doing? Okay, so... Now what do we do? Might as well scan this and get the titanium out of it, right? I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. We're going to be playing some Subnautica. What are we going to be playing? Subnautica. Okay, so can we get up there? Up. Parkour. Hardcore parkour. Parkour. Oh, the other bridge? Nutrient block, yes. It's my favorite type of block because it's the type of block I can eat. Okay, someone said to go to the other bridge. I will follow your advice. Ah, God. Okay, so how do I get to the other bridge? Go on the other side. Parkour! Okay, so what we got? There's nothing over here. There's literally nothing over here. You lied to me. You lied to me! Parkour! Unless it's over here. It is currently 8:30 for me. The one at the other entrance? What other entrance, dude? Ah, I'll figure it out. Okay, here do we go. Go up that ramp I parkoured. Oh, okay, okay. Parkour! 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 Parkour, parkour. I parkour so hardcore! Oh, it's dark. This is the advanced dark. This is the dark like pea soup. Okay, I need my... Okay. I need my flashlight. Got too many things! Okay, what is this?
Integrating new
Okay.
PDA data.
Gave me a spook. Gave me a big old spook. Do 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 do. Got anything over here? This looks like it could be a thing. Ooh, Cyclops engine fragment. Yes. Yas, Queen Slay. Okay. Yas, Queen Slay. Okay, we're gonna keep looking around because you never know what goodies you find in an abandoned spaceship that crash landed on an oceanic planet. I mean, what? Never know what you're gonna find. Yes, I do plan on doing Pixelmon. I'm actually building the Alola map for Pokeplay. Okay, I really need my parkour skills to shine right now. Felt like there was something back there. Nope, it's just some particles leaking through. Hey, Steve. Yes, I confused your name for your other name. These floodlights? Oh man, look at them.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, here we go. What else we got? Okay. Okay. Ah, battery, nice. But yeah, I'm planning on playing Pixelmon. It's hard to get into Minecraft for me.
Systems are running on local reserve power, unable to remotely download black box data.
Parkour! Oh, is this the other entrance? Ah, this is the other entrance. Okay. Oh, and here's a propulsion fragment. Abandoned PDA.
Exiting sleep mode. Loading
Exiting
for
sleep
recognition.
mode. Meet Mark Robot.
Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch
Okay.
a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, drone, I said propulsion. not
Oh
repulsion.
no!
Recalibrate sensors.
I am out of fire extinguisher.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't
I am
like
out of
told
fire
to.
extinguisher. This is bad.
Drone,
This is bad.
I know.
His name's Albert now.
Hey Bethany, how you doing?
No, it's
Of course I love Pokemon. Are you kidding me? Okay, I need a...
Thanks for your time.
Yes! Yes, Queen! Yes!
Go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Okay.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
My favorite Pokemon? Probably Lucario. He's just so dope. With Marshadow being a close second. And then Shiny Umbreon. There we go. What's in here?
Integrating new PDA data.
Here we go. 1806, use birthday. Cargo bay code. I think I know what that is. I think there was a door in the beginning of the ship that we couldn't open because we didn't know it. And I think
Integrating new PDA.
I think that was the code to it. Christ, I already lost it. Altera. Captain's log, no. No. Okay, where was it? No. Notes to self. Okay, 1454. 1454. Anything else in here? Command chat. Yes. 1454. 1454. 1454. 1454. 1454. I will remember. Remember who you are. Okay. Oh, that one's infected. That one's infected-rude. Oh, they're rude dudes. Okay. Into the water I go. And then back up. 1454. 1454. 14. If here. Okay, 1454. 1454. 1454. Okay. Then we go back over here. Yes! Yes! I also missed the laboratory? Did the water go down? Oh no, it's just... the particle effects are just weird in that area. 1454. 1454. 1... oh, lag. 1... 4... no! 5... what? What? No! 1... 4... 5... 4... what? No! No! Ah, Brutal, you're pretty epic. Don't even worry about it, man. Maybe it's this door. Okay, okay, if I could just stop bouncing. 1, 4, 5, 4. What? What? No! What? Maybe there's another door. Somewhere. Okay. 1454. I am going insane. Can I repair that? Nope. Six, 4, 8, 4. 6, 4, 8, 3. 6, 4, 8, 3. Yay! I'm so smart, and I certainly didn't get any help from Emmanuel Jones. Oh no. Out of battery. Let's just surface real quickaroo, and then we'll change the batteries anew. Okay, the ghastly survivors, note to self. Code includes. Okay, here we go, here we go. I am so smart. So smarticles with the particles. Yes. Oh yes, underwater water. That's exactly what I need. Large sample flask. What can we learn from the hive mind? Yada yada.
PDA data.
Okay, 1 minute. I'm about to suffocate. Hey Nozami, I remember you. You're a sweetie pie, that's what you are. Okay. Repulsion cannons, huh?
New blueprint acquired.
Ah.
Databank corruption was detected on your PDA. Your technology blueprints have been updated.
Oh, technology blueprints. Nice. Okay, so did I miss the cargo bay too? Did I just miss that? Hey, a name. The stream's probably gonna end in like 10 minutes. Okay. Get back into Seamoth.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. Okay, and then we get in here, and we just yeet ourselves into the stratosphere, because I don't want to run into no Leviathans. Oh, God. Yeah, streams are normally an hour, unless I suddenly get, like, a donation or something, then I usually... Then, out of courtesy, I usually extend the thing. Well, what? Just floating there? What? I feel like I'm not supposed to find you yet. Reacher decoy. What?
New blueprint acquired.
Nice-oo.
Integrating new PDA data in.
Okay, back to home base. Ah, there's a reefback. A friendly old reefback. Yes. Steamed hams. Okay, so in the next Subnautica livestream, I'll be able to play it much easier, and it won't get as hot in this room, because I ordered a new processor, motherboard, and RAM. It's gonna be super dope, guys. I might just even do like a 3-hour stream for that one, because I'd love to expand our base and make it to where it's really livable and we have a whole bunch of food growing at the same time. I think that'd be dope. And then we can like work on getting the Cyclops built and finding all the other places, and next time we might even explore some deep dark areas. We might do Subnautica tomorrow. Oh no, I booped my beacon. I booped my beacon. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So one of the things we always end with is building some stoof. So who is in the live stream and would want a locker? Oh, brutal. 3-hour live stream. You don't have to stay for that long. Who wants a locker though? We've got Nozumi, Tyr, Candace, Brutal, Shaggy, Opie, Bethany, Anthony, and the Thunder. I suppose I should give... Oh, Hunter Gill wants a locker that I can look at every day and see his beautiful name. Hunter Gill. I stream every day at 8 Central, 9 EST. Okay. And I think Emmanuel deserves a locker just for being so helpful today. And Daniel Ward wants one too. Ward, and then the last one. Daniel Ward! Daniel Ward! Oh, I'd love to get 5K subscribers. That'd be amazing. I've wanted to have YouTube be a thing for a long time because playing video games with my friends is literally the dream come true. And to make money off of it, I just love it. Okay, Emmanuel. Emmanuel. There you go, Emmanuel. I swear. We got Opie. We got Anthony. We got Bethany. Tell you what. I can figure this out. Because I kind of want it. Okay, so this wall over here, that's going to be lockers too. There you go, Owen. Hi, Syntax. Owen. Owen. And then I think that's enough for today. Anybody else who wants a name on a locker will have to show up to the next live stream. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to end the live stream the same way I've been doing for a while now. Well, multiple days. That's a while, right? I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and I believe with every fiber of my being that if you believe in yourself and put yourself out there, you can do whatever you put your mind to. I love you all. Good night.